Hello, welcome back to Leeds lately. Just let me know if you can see and hear me. And yes, we shall get underway with the stream very shortly. Just need to make sure I plug my tablet into charge so that we don't lose the game at some point, because that would be drastically bad, because that would be the most important thing for this, is that I can actually see the game. There we are, we're on charge. Welcome everybody who's joining us. Welcome, of course, to all of our Leeds Lately members, including Karen, Curtin, and Pierre, who are already in the chat. There might be some more in there, but let me just have a little look. So far, I think it's just those two, but welcome, of course, to all our non-Leeds Lately members as well, who join us every week and help us keep this stream and this channel going. I've been trying to upload as much as possible recently. There's been a video every single day on the channel recently, including dream teams being back, including more tactics videos, scouting videos, etc., etc. So make sure you go ahead and hit a like on the stream, and of course make sure you hit that big red button as well. There it is. Make sure you hit that big red button as well, because it all goes a long way to help the channel. Yeah, major announcement is just don't post about a goal before I've seen it, which obviously we all know about. But for anyone new, don't post about a goal before we have seen it. Other than that, look, we're looking forward to a big game today. Not that it's a big game in terms of how high up the table Portsmouth are compared to us, but in terms of needing to win, because again, they let's have a little look at the table. The teams around us won again, didn't they? So let's have a look. Championship table. Luton got beat 4-0 by Burnley yesterday. Sheffield United won 1-0 and Sunderland won 2-1. So at present, the actual championship table looks like this. Leeds in top place, 35 games played, 76 points. Sheffield United in second, 36 games played, 76 points. Burnley, 36 games, 74 points. Sunderland, 36 games, 68 points. So it's important that if we win today, we go on the same amount of games as everybody else in the division, and it'll allow us to go 3 points clear again at the top, and hopefully build us a bit of a platform to go on and continue to break that gap between the teams. But yeah, look, I'm looking forward to this one. I'm really hoping that Leeds can properly do a job on Portsmouth, but Portsmouth are no slouches. If anybody's seen my tactical preview, I talked about the way that they like to press. We can go into that in a little bit more detail, especially as the game's going on, and I can point those things out to people so you can see. But it's it'll be good to see if Leeds can deal with that, and because look, Portsmouth aren't a bad side. They're really not a bad side. You can see that in our Portsmouth lineup here. We've got Schmidt in goal, Swanson, Poole, Pack, and Ogilvie make up their back four. Dozel and Potts are the two holding midfielders, with Ritchie, Awachiche, and Murphy as the three attacking midfielders, with Murphy being somebody that I identified as the danger man in my preview, and then Bishop up front. So, look, Josh Murphy, brother of Jacob Murphy of Newcastle, and somebody who has been very, very good for those Portsmouth matches over recent weeks. And I think he's somebody who we need to keep an eye on. He can shoot from distance. He can play balls into the half space. He can find himself in the half space too. He's a provider, a scorer, and he loves picking the ball up on that left-hand side. So it's important that when we play out from the back, we don't allow him to actually intercept, because that's what they try to do, Portsmouth. They try to play a bit of a mid block, but when the ball goes out to the fullback, that's when they like to slide across and try and press, and that's when they try and take the ball off the Leeds defenders and try and then gain some momentum in the transition. So it's important that we make sure that we're on the ball in terms of our passing today. Welcome everybody who's joining us. That is the Portsmouth lineup and a little bit of a preview of how they might play. If I just press this button here, there we go. We should change to our favourable Leeds United lineup. In goal, Ilan Melier with a back four of Bogle, Rodon, Strauch and Firpo, who, like I said, have got to be on it today with their passing so that Bogle and Firpo don't get caught out in those high wide positions when in transition from Portsmouth. The midfield is consisted of Tanaka and Gruev, who comes back in for Rothwell, which is an interesting decision because Rothwell was the guy who brought us forward. But having said that, and I've seen a few people have said, whether it be in the chat or on Twitter, etc., I've seen a few people have said, why would Rothwell be brought back in? Why would Rothwell be brought back in? Taken out and Gruev be brought back in? Well, I think the reason for that is that when Rothwell started the game, he wasn't really able to have that kind of impact off the bench that he has been having. I think that Farke might have realised that whilst Rothwell's very good at taking us forward and playing in those in the attacking third as well as mopping up defensively, I think Rothwell is somebody who, if he starts the game, he doesn't necessarily have a massive impact. Whereas if you start with Gruev and Tanaka and then bring Rothwell on to change the game and just to turn that notch in terms of speeding things up, I think that's when you see that Rothwell has his good impact. So I think it's a fair estimation that he could be a guy to come on and change things. Then in the attack, you've got James on the right-hand side, Solomon on the left-hand side, and Brendan Aronson through the middle, as you would expect. And then Joel Peru up top, who is joint championship top scorer and could go clear today with another goal. And that's what we're hoping for. I mean, it's mad, isn't it, that Borja Sainz, who's on 15 goals and was joint top scorer, hasn't scored since November. He has not scored since November. That's crazy. Anyway, let's have a little look at the benches then, because I saw that a few people were asking, especially the Leeds United bench. So let's have a little look at that. So Leeds United's bench consists of Darlow, Byram, Schmidt, DeBayo, Rothwell, Gilavogi, Ramazani, Nonto, and Joseph, which you would is probably the expected bench that Leeds would have. Last time out, of course, against Portsmouth, we drew 3-3, which was a bit of a nightmare. I think they caught us by surprise, really, the last time we played them. But Leeds were able to get that equalizer in the end. Bogle gave away a penalty in that one. I forgot about that. Yeah, so it's important that we make sure that we don't get caught out by them again today. And we know a bit more about them. And like Pierre says, that was before the team had gelled. So, yeah. But Portsmouth are no slouches. They are no slouches. Although, to be fair, in the last game, we had 22 shots. They had 5. We had 3.4 expected goals, and they had 0.9 expected goals, and we drew 3-3. So maybe the statistics might right themselves today. That's what I'm hoping for. Oh, just had a notification saying Leeds versus Portsmouth kicks off in 4 minutes. I didn't know that. Oh, wait. But, yeah, looking forward to this one. Come on, Leeds. Let's have a nice victory, eh? It's calm, collected. 3-0. That would be lovely. Hi, Ruggy. Ruggy saying hi, everyone. Looking forward to a comfortable Leeds win. Well, I hope you're right. I really do. Won't be long before we are kicked off. Yeah. You can make him walk the plank. Players heading out onto the pitch now, so it won't be long before we we are kicked off here. We're on 22 likes with 39 concurrent viewers. So if we all make sure that if you haven't already, you hit that like button. We all know on this channel, if you get to 100 likes, that is when you that's when you score a goal. Oh, I didn't realize it was on Sky as well, this game. I suppose they're putting the Portsmouth lineup on the screen on Sky right now, so there you go. That's the Portsmouth lineup. Their benches: Archer, Towler, Yengi, Mahoney, Gordon, Bramall, Waddingham, Devlin, and Hayden. And then this is the Leeds lineup. As you can see, we talked about that before, but again, Melier in net, Bogle and Firpo are going to have to be very careful today. Joe Rodon and Pascal Straucher in the middle, with Tanaka and Gruev in the two holding spots. Then James, Aronson, and Solomon across that attacking trio, with Piru up front. Then you've got on the bench Darlow, Rothwell, Ramazani, Joseph, Gilavogi, Byram, Nonto, Schmidt, and DeBayo. Of course, managed by Daniel Farker. Portsmouth managed by John Musinio. Of course, Portsmouth have got Joe Wainman as well at left back in Olgivy. Joe Wainman lookalike. Pompey been on a bit of a run for a bottom end club. 3 wins in their last 4 games, so we need to be careful. I like our lineup for that reason. Yeah, and also, look, like I said in my tactical preview as well, for those of you who missed what I was talking about before, Portsmouth like to play a bit of a mid-block, so they don't try and press our centre-backs when they've got the ball. But when the ball gets played out to our full-backs, that's when they'll go over and try and press and win the ball back, and specifically Josh Murphy on their left-hand side, our right-hand side, so Bogle. They like to go out and try and win the ball back there. When he gets the ball back, he can do one of 2 things. He can either try and play the ball into runners that are coming in from deep, from the 2 strikers that will be a little bit deeper, because when they are in their defensive setup, they defend in a bit of a 4-4-2. So when they defend in a 4-4-2, they have their 2 strikers almost in line with our holding midfielders, so that if Josh Murphy wins the ball back out on that left-hand side, they can make runs from deep in towards the box, which Josh Murphy can try and find them in the half spaces. The other thing is as well that Josh Murphy, if those options are marked by Joe Rodon, Tanaka, for example, then he can cut inside and try and have a shot himself. So it's important that we identify that and that we're able to make sure that we're ready for it, essentially. Just getting ready to press the timer, which is why I'm leaning forward. There we are, underway. Here is Pascal Strauch. Let's hope for a nice, calm game today. We're a game which we do well in and we score early. Here's Gruev back to Strauch. Cross to Joe Rodon now. Here's Joe Rodon looking to play one forward here. And that's Leeds to win that one back again. And then Joe Rodon again to play another ball forward. But again, the header's won by Portsmouth, but won back again by Leeds. And a ball from Brendan Aronson towards Jaden Bogle is just a bit in front of him, and it's going to go into the touch for a throw in to Portsmouth for Joe Wainman to take. Joe Rodon to Jaden Bogle, who can't quite control that one. It's going to be another throw in. John Musinio, aka Jose Mourinho. It's going to be a Leeds throw in, I think, there in the right back position. Headed by Ogilvy. Bit of a scrappy start over on the right-hand side here, and another long ball forward, this time from Jayden Bogle, goes into touch, and it's going to be another throw into Portsmouth. So, yeah, a bit of an odd start to this game. It's been very scrappy, not really any kind of decent passing on show yet. Joe Rodon heads that one. Dan James flicks it on. Portsmouth complaining that should have been a throw-in. Solomon will pick it up on the left-hand side now after that poked ball forward. Now Firpo. Solomon again. Back to Firpo. Bit of pressure here early on from Portsmouth, pressing a little bit higher than they thought they might do. Joe Rodon. Now to Jayden Bogle. Bogle with a long ball forward, but the keeper's able to come out and collect that one as Piru tried to chase it down. Free falling saying, I can't believe Rothwell is back on the... Oh, sorry. Can't believe Rothwell is back on the bench again. Yeah, but what we said during the build-up before you joined was that when Rothwell started against West Brom, he didn't really have much of an impact on the game. Whereas when he's been coming off the bench to change the game and step us up a notch, I think that's when he's been having his best performances. So I think that might be what Farke's got in mind today, that he can bring him on a bit later on and change the game in the second half, perhaps, if it needs kind of a little bit of acceleration. Here's Murphy on the left-hand side, and Joe Rodon clears that one up nicely, but I think he might have been offside anyway. We are away from home as well, let's not forget, like Pierre says. Gruev across to Rodon. Now Pascal Strauch. Gruev. Firpo. Leeds are giving the ball away, and now all the way back to the Portsmouth goalkeeper, Schmid. Long ball headed away by Rodon, and now Aronson running back towards his own goal. Tried to clear that one. It's kept in by Ogilvy. It's very scrappy at the moment. It's almost head tennis here. Firpo eventually heads that one back to Meslier for Leeds to try and gain some semblance of calmness in this. But I think we're probably playing to Portsmouth's strengths here by being a little bit scrappy, stopping Leeds being able to play the kind of football they want to play. And at the moment, Leeds are actually being limited to long balls forward. Because I'm free falling. I've never made that connection until CB just said it. Throw in here out on the left-hand side to Junior Firpo, who gives it back to Strauch. And now Meslier. Rodon. Dan James inside to Bogle now. Bogle in the half space, running forwards towards the box. Pokes it towards Piru, but it's cleared away. Only as far as Strauch, who plays tries to play a nice ball out to the wing, but it's headed away. And it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Here's Firpo. Now Gruev. Back to Firpo again. Then Strauch. Rodon. Bogle. All the way back to Meslier now. Yeah, it's a little bit of a choppy start. Long ball forward there again by Leeds. Pack deals with it, sends it forwards. Murphy. Gurev trying to battle in the midfield, but Portsmouth have come away with it, and now they're out on the right-hand side here. Good tackle there by Firpo on Swanson. Firpo tries to keep it in. Oh, no, it has been kept in, but now Portsmouth have it back. You can tell by how much I'm saying that the ball's been turned over in possession that it's a lot. It's a lot of turnovers. Here's Matt Ritchie trying to come down the right-hand side. Tackle by Solomon, and now Firpo can clear. Only as far as another Portsmouth player, Potts, and now Potts gets it back on the edge of the box, goes to shoot around the post after Strout got a foot on that. But yeah, look, we are very scrappy at the moment. Maybe Michael, maybe. Just get in his face, yeah, and he won't be able to do much. But the problem is if you get too close to him, he is the sort of player who could make you look a mug and just turn and just be gone. So sometimes you do need to give players like that more space as well. So it's which tactic you want to go for. Most this season, goals from corners, Portsmouth are up there with 8. Headed away by Rodon. Good defensive header by Rodon because it's gone miles. Now picked up by Josh Murphy on the left-hand side. Josh Murphy crosses it into the box and Melier catches that one gratefully. Good take from Melier there. Thanks, Free Falling. Really appreciate the super chat. Make sure I actually go and like that on the YouTube thing as well. Yeah, thank you very, very much for that, Free Falling. Really, really appreciate it. Keeps the channel going. Because we didn't have any super chats last week. Last week. The thing was empty for Top Fan of the Week. So this time you are going to be competing for Top Fan of the Week. And at the moment, Free Falling will sit on top. Here's Dan James into Piru in the box. Dan James gets it back. Really good sliding challenge there to block that one by a Portsmouth defender. It's still in the box and then cleared, and Leeds are claiming for a penalty there. Bogle trying to get it back across, and it's going to be a corner kick to Leeds in the end. Yeah, let's have a look what happened here, because the ball comes back into the box. Piru wins the second header, goes through Olgavy's legs. Dan James gets booted in the back of the leg by Ritchie. I think that's a penalty. I think it's a penalty. Ritchie's gone right through the back of him. That was a penalty, that. Ball comes into the box. Goalkeeper catches it. That was a penalty. Here's Murphy coming down the right-hand side. And he's fouled there by Bogle. Bogle might get himself a yellow card there. Referee as well on the edge of the box went like this. As in to say he got the ball. Poor decision. Nah, he kicked right through the back of his leg, though, Chewy. I think it'd be fair enough if it was at the other end. We have got Schmidt on the bench, though, who can play right back. He's actually right-footed. Free kicks then on the corner of the box. Ball comes in, headed up in the air, and Melier can catch that one. Melier rolls out to Firpo here. Firpo maybe with a bit of room to carry. Plays the ball to Solomon out on the left-hand side, just going over the halfway line now. Into Piru's feet, who's trying to hold it up here. Gets it back to Solomon. Solomon goes past Richie down the left-hand side here. Looking for an option. Solomon crosses it into the box. Piru, I think it was, trying to get on the end of it, and it was cleared away. Good defensive work in the end by Portsmouth. Gruev doing really well defensively here. Does so well there, Gruev, to get the ball back to Strauch. Nah, Chewy, I don't agree on that one. I think if it had been at the other end, I would have said we're lucky to get away with that there. He's tried to clear the ball and has cleared Dan James's leg. He's just booted him in the back of the leg. It's a stone wall. That gets given every time in VAR. Here's Firpo just clearing things up and giving it back to Melier, who sends that one long first time. Solomon back to Gruev. Now Firpo. Even Sky saying that Pompey got away with one, which is even more unbelievable than ITV, to be honest. Gruev. Strauch again. Now Rodon. Gruev. Rodon. Tanaka back to Rodon. Rodon's ball cut out there. Rodon cuts one out himself, and now Leeds have the ball through Ilya Gruev. Gruev with a good ball into the feet of Brendan Aronson, who brings it forward and gives it to Dan James out on the right-hand side now. Leeds with a chance to play the ball forward. Aronson with a really good ball into the box, and Solomon with a really poor touch there. He could have been in to score. He really could. A really bad touch there from Solomon. Here's Piru out on the left-hand side. Back into Gruev. Now Tanaka. Out wide here to Bogle. Again, Dan James now. Now Tanaka. Rodon. Now Josh Murphy, his twin brother, coming down the left-hand side, trying to get the ball in the box. Gruev now has it. He can try and clear it away with his right foot. Now Bogle. Oh, really poor from Bogle. Just didn't think. Now Sheesh trying to get past Strauch there, but Strauch's too strong for him. Should be ready for it though, Pierre. Good foot there by Strauch, and now Leeds have the ball back. Rodon. Bogle into Tanaka. Strauch. Out wide to Firpo here. Now Gruev. Strauch again. Tanaka turns on it. Now Rodon. Leeds slowly crawling up the pitch here. Here's Dan James. Still with the ball, Dan James. Gets it into Solomon's feet, but there's a Portsmouth player on his toes to take it away. They've now got another counter-attack here, Portsmouth. Leeds need to be careful with these counter-attacks. Rodon does really well again. Rodon and Strauch have really been sweeping up these counter-attacks so far. Firpo. Gruev. Rodon. Strauch. You see at the moment how when Leeds have the ball with their two centre-backs, they tried to press when we had the ball on the wing then, and now they're trying to come out a little bit more. But when Leeds had the ball with the two centre-backs, the two strikers were sitting deep, but they've won the ball high up here, Portsmouth, and Leeds is what Leeds need to be careful of, that high press. Good tackle by Strauch, and the ball rolls through to Melier again. But look. Yeah, we do seem to be a little bit shocked. I mean, we've had half a season to prepare for this. Like the first game of the season, they shocked us out the blocks, Portsmouth, and we drew 3-3. We've had a long time to prepare for the return fixture. Melier, Gruev. Across the road on now, and then back to Melier. Rodon. First time pass by Peru is not good enough there, and they've won the ball back, gives it all the way back to Schmidt, and now out to Swanson in the right back position. Back into the defence here again and sent long. Header won over the top of Bishop by Strauch, and now Gruev, little lofted ball into Aronson's feet, who tries to play it down the line. Can Peru get to it? Looks like he might be able to, and he has. He's won Leeds a corner, I think. Yep, he's won Leeds a corner. Well done there by Peru. Didn't give up on that one. He's not the fastest player, but he didn't give up, and his willingness to run then really, really did well and won Leeds a corner kick. Corners are coming from Solomon then. Headed away at the back post. It's going to be a throw in this time to Leeds. Bogle's going to come across and take it on the opposite side from where that corner was taken. Do you want to see the lineup for Portsmouth? That's it there. Make sure you hit that big red button as well while you're there. Here's Bogle. Tries to play a little ball into Dan James in the box, but now Portsmouth come away with it. It's a foul by Gruev, and it's going to be a free kick there. Oh, just whilst I've got everybody here as well, remember that the Leeds United Creator Cup is happening on the 20th of July at the John Charles Centre for Sport. That has now been announced. So 20th of July, John Charles Centre for Sport with Prostate Cancer UK benefiting as the charity for that charity game. And if there is anyone here who owns a business, knows somebody who owns a business, or just wants to help out, the game needs funding before we can start making money for the charities, essentially. So the costs of hiring the stadium and the kits and everything like that. So if you have got a business, someone who's got a business, or you just want to help out, email leedscreatorcup@outlook.com. I can put that in the chat actually, just to make sure that everybody gets it. Leeds Creator at outlook.com. I think that's the correct one. Let me just check first, because I don't want to be giving people the wrong email address. But if you could email that, his Furpo getting the ball in the box, it's going to be another corner to Leeds. If you could email that email address, it would be a massive help if people could support it. And of course, if you do support it, you will get some exposure for your brand and everything like that. So let me just put that there. Ball came in the box there from a Leeds corner, and nothing Nothing came of it, so that's going to be corner 13 without a direct corner from a goal. There is a Leeds player still down in the box here. It might be Strauch, maybe. Yeah, it is. Pascal Strauch's down here. Yeah, I've changed the counter. It should say 13 now, but for some reason it doesn't yet. I do this, though. Whoop. Ooh. Comes back again. Yeah, Strauch is still down here after that corner, by the way. But yeah, like I said, whilst we've got this little break in play, Leeds Creator Cup at outlook.com. It is pinned in the chat below. And myself and Joe Blackburn have access to that email address. It's at the John Charles Centre for Sport in Leeds on the 20th of July. And yeah, any kind of support from for businesses or individuals would be fantastic to be able to fund the event. Yes, I'm aware of that, Chewy. Thank you very much for putting that on. And I think Joe is aware of it as well. Yeah, I've not spoken to him in a day or two, so I don't know whether he's followed that up yet, but I'd imagine he might have done. But yeah, that's the announcement basically. Strauch's still down here then. Oh no, he's just off the pitch now, and Leeds are well, the game is underway in general. It's actually Portsmouth who have the ball here. Here they are as they come forwards with it. Potts on loan from West Ham, I believe. Across to Marlon Pack. Now out wide here to Josh Murphy, I think it was there, and gives the ball back again. Here's Potts. Across to Poole, the other centre-back. Back to Marlon Pack. Carrying the ball a bit here and keeps it. But Leeds are trying to press a little bit higher up here. Brennan Aronson closing down the goalkeeper and forcing him to send it long, which is going to bounce all the way through to Ilan Meslier. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a competent ref in the Championship, to be honest. Good ball there out to Firpo. Now Strap. When's our international break, by the way? Gurev into Peru. Peru back again to Strauch. Rodon. Good ball into the feet of Solomon there, and he turns. He has got Richie on his back. Who was it that Richie used to play for? Was it Newcastle? Matt Ritchie. Here's Solomon out on the left-hand side. Doesn't really look like there's much of a chance to cross the ball in, so he does give it back to Gurev. Now he gets it back again. He's got like 2 or 3 players on him here, Solomon. Gives it back to Gurev again. Rodon. This is a little bit better from Leeds, keeping the ball, I was going to say, just as it's taken away from us. But Leeds do win it back again pretty quickly. Here's Tanaka now. Gruev, Strauch. I think Solomon tries to cross it in and it just goes over the crossbar. Really poor cross there. Michael Gottsay, your thoughts, Max, on Angus Kinnear going to Everton but taking some of his staff too? Suppose it was going to happen anyway. Yeah, and look, there's a couple of things here. Number one, the worrying thing is that, and the only thing that I'm really bothered about with this is that Angus Kinnear said if the club ever was going to rename itself Red Bull Leeds or anything like that, change the stadium to something to do with Red Bull, he said he would leave. Now, that might be a coincidence that he's leaving anyway. But he is leaving for Everton, which I'm not too sad about, to be honest. He's got experience with stadium redevelopments or new stadium buildings anyway, because he was part of the Arsenal stadium build for the Emirates, etc., etc. So he's got experience with it. Cross into the box there by Portsmouth, caught by Meslier. He's got experience with it, but I think him leaving and us bringing in somebody else will, I think, give us a chance for a full, fresh start. And especially if we get promoted to the Premier League, it allows us to kind of have like a completely clean slate in terms of board, directors, CEO, director of football, etc. I think it just gives us a completely fresh start. So I think it's fine that Kinnear's going. Also, yes, thank you, Robert, saying that it starts on the 3rd or the 17th of the 3rd, but you're in America, so you put it the wrong way around. So I'll let you off. The 17th of the 3rd. Here's Swanson being closed down by a couple of Leeds players. Aronson working his socks off there to try and press. Bogle intercepts that long switch. No, I didn't say that, Robert. Here's Dan James out on the right-hand side here. Tries to cross the ball into the box. It's blocked there. But it is going to be a Leeds corner kick. Yeah, he does well there, Dan James, to fashion that space, but it's the second man that stops the cross coming in. But Leeds do have a corner now. Yeah, just as it's on the screen as well, it keeps rolling past. If a goal goes in at either end, please do not say it until I've reacted to it. That's all. Ball comes in from the corner kick, headed away again. So that's corner 14 without a goal. We're back up to 14. International break, 22nd of March. There he is, Angus Kinnear in the box there. He's texting someone at Everton. Long ball forward there from Marlon Pack. I suppose all his buddies have gone, haven't they, Karen? So fresh start for him as well. Here's Ogilvie. Now Josh Murphy with a really good switch of play there. Ritchie tries to play it in the box. Firpo does so well there. Now Firpo charging down the left-hand side here. Firpo tries to play the ball through. It's blocked by the chest of Portsmouth's defender here. It's going to be a foul there against Leeds on Bishop. Well, this match, Leeds have had 3 shots. Portsmouth have had 1 shot. Leeds have had 69% possession. Portsmouth 31%. Leeds have had 198 passes. Portsmouth 91 passes. I hate international breaks. It might be interesting to see how Tuchel sets up England. Actually, do you know what? Let's have a little poll in the chat, just as Portsmouth try and play the ball forward. I'm just going to set up a little poll here. Throw in here for Portsmouth. Looks like it's going to be Marlon Pack, who's come up from centre back to take a very long throw in into the box as everybody else is backing off. Throw comes into the box. Meslier catches. I think he took a bit of a whack as he fell there, but he did claim it well. Meslier. Yeah, Meslier has been looking pretty confident and pretty, pretty good. Yeah, I think Bishop, the Portsmouth striker, just give him a bit of a whack there with his elbow or something. No, I mainly I only watch in the tournaments, to be honest, Chewy. But I thought, given the fact that there won't be any Leeds games, so there won't be any live streams, I've got to make a video every day. So I thought, well, why couldn't one of them maybe be a live stream for England? Because we talk about tactics and things like that, and it might be interesting. Well, that ball nearly hit the camera there from the clearance from Strauch. I think it hit the roof. Seems like we're pretty split here on whether I should do Watchalong with 53% yes, 47% no for England watchalongs. Here's Matt Ritchie. Dropped off here for Swanson, who tries to cross it in, and then Tanaka tries to clear that one with his left foot, and he completely sliced it in half. I think it's his weak foot. We've had 3 shots, but we haven't created anything clear cut, have we? But look, I said in my preview that Portsmouth are no pushovers. If they had better players, they'd be much higher up the league. Corner comes in. Up the Villa saying Leeds United will lose in the playoffs. To be honest, up the Villa, there is no beef between Leeds and Villa apart from that one game in which we then gave you a goal anyway. And actually, I really like Villa and I like what they've been doing. I like the way they play. I like a lot of their players. I've got quite a soft spot for Villa and what they're doing and trying to challenge the top 6 establishment. So there's no beef here. So you can just actually have a nice calm chat with us because I quite like Villa. There's no trolling to be had in here, really. Here's Meslier. And it would be quite nice to see clubs like Leeds, Villa, Forest try to get back up and kind of challenge the establishment as clubs who have been top clubs in the past. So it'd be nice for us Forest and Villa to kind of be those ones challenging for it, and it make the Premier League a whole lot more interesting. So there's no beef here. Here's Firpo. Dropped off now to Strauch. It's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Oh, no, it's a Portsmouth throw-in. Gruev let it run out there thinking it was going to be a Leeds throw-in. It's actually a Portsmouth throw-in. Oh, now he's giving it to Leeds. What the hell is going on here with this ref? Is this the meathead ref or is it the other? Oh, I think he might be the 4th official, actually, the meathead guy. Here's Josh Murphy coming forward. Plays it out to the right-hand side for Ritchie. Gruev trying to clear that one. Solomon does so well to get the ball there to Firpo, and eventually it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was literally just Dean Smith was the only thing that was very dislikable about Villa. Literally just Dean Smith. Here's Richie. Remember, if a goal goes in either end in this game, make sure you don't say it in the chat until I've reacted to it. Do you remember when Dan James beat... Oh, Ogilvy goes for a shot there. It's blocked a couple of times. Do you remember when Dan James beat Minks to a header on the goal line? That was a very weird situation. Long ball there from Leeds. It's gone all the way through to the goalkeeper. We look a bit hopeless at points in this game, but credit to Portsmouth, the way that they're playing, they're making it look like it's they're a playoff team. We haven't really had any proper shots and tested the goalkeeper yet. Good catch there by Meslier. Claiming it well and playing quite confidently today, Meslier. I'm liking what I'm seeing from him. Here's Dan James bringing it forwards. He's got Bogle on the right-hand side of him. He actually cuts inside and goes towards the box here. Dan James's shot is blocked there, and now Gruev looked like he was going to shape up for a second shot, but now gives it back to Solomon. Solomon on the edge. Now Aronson. Back to Gruev, and now Firpo. Into the box there. Solomon shoots! Second save by the goalkeeper is unbelievable. Strauchs did not foul him there, I don't think. Firpo. So Firpo gets the ball here, plays it inside to Solomon, who's really good feet, goes to shoot. Good save. Piru should finish that. He hits it straight at the goalkeeper. Yeah, he hits it straight at the goalkeeper there, Piru. You'd expect Piru to make it to finish that. Really good from the goalkeeper, of course, but you'd expect him to finish that. It's a good header by Strauch. I don't know what the Portsmouth fans are trying to claim for. Here's Ogilvy. Poor shot there, really. Welcome anybody who's joining us. 0-0 at the moment. Bit of a cagey affair, but it's starting to open up a little bit more. But Portsmouth are no slouches. Honestly, if they had better players, I think they might be perhaps not an Ipswich next season, but if they can get some signings right, I think with John Mousinho as coach, they've got a good chance of getting playoffs next season if they play like this. Here's Firpo. Now Strauch. Solomon. Pulled there, Solomon, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds, which we're already underway with. Here's Rodon. Intercepted there by Ogilvy, and he's coming forward with it here now. Running to the half space here from Auchiche, and then Ogilvy goes straight through Meslier as he clears that. That's got to be a yellow card at least. Oh, yeah, sorry. Let's just switch that back to Leeds. There you go. Yeah, he's completely wiped Meslier out there, and he's not going to look. Commentator said he's not going to. No, it's not Trev, because look at Luton. Luton had a squad with Premier League players in it, and they're right at the bottom of the table, like rock bottom. So it's not necessarily about. What I'm saying is the system is good, which is raising the level of the players, which is what we saw under Bielsa. And I'm by no means comparing John Mousinho to Bielsa, but what I'm saying is a manager with a good system and a good way to play football can raise the level of the existing players that he's got. If he had better players at his disposal, he would be probably a playoff contender in terms of his tactics and how good he is at that. Whereas you could see somebody who's got a lot better of a squad than him, who are actually really poor because of the manager, because of the system. Oh, really good little flick there from Dan James. And then Piru gets wiped out in the midfield. And finally, a yellow card here goes to Potts, I think it is. No, it's Poole, actually, the centre-back. Tanaka then with the free kick. He just drops it into Rodon, and now Strauch. Back to Rodon again. Strauch again. Strauch sends that one long down the line. It's going to go past everyone and be a goal kick. It's been a very poor first half. I don't know. I thought it should definitely have been a yellow, Isaac, the challenge on Meslier. Taking a while over this goal kick, Portsmouth. Really are. Bogle heads that one away. Now Ogilvie heads it back. Headed away by Tanaka. Tanaka with a good ball into Piru. Piru's going to be penalised for a high foot there. I don't think it was anywhere near Potts' head, to be honest. If we hadn't had Mellier's mistakes, we'd be 5 points better off than we currently are. I think 4 or 5 points better off than where we currently are. So what I'm saying is, like, our net point, what we should have, really. Grave can clear that one after the free kick came in. Headed back towards the box, and Meslier can come out and catch that one. One additional minute, by the way. I won't put it on this time just because it's 1 minute. Firpo cuts that out. I don't think we'd get that many free falling. That's the end of the first half. I don't think we'd get that many players free falling. I think, for me, what is likely is that Leeds would get a goalkeeper, a centre-back, a left-back, a right-back, a 10, and a striker, maybe a central midfielder. So maybe 6 signings. I think that would do as well, 6 signings. Anyway, I'm just going to have a quick comfort break, as it's usually called in this chat. So just be back in, well, I'll be back very shortly, so don't go anywhere. I'll be back very shortly, and we can discuss what happened in that first half. Make sure you hit that big red button as well, and I'll be back in just a minute. Oh, hello there. Definitely a penalty, by the way. Just seen it there. Definitely a penalty. Let's see what they say. Look, even Neil Warnock is saying that that's definitely a penalty. It'd be interesting to. I would like to hear Max's expert opinion on what was that about. Just in general on the first half, or was there something specific that we wanted to talk about? I mean, we should have had a penalty. We also should have scored through Piru as well, where he had that shot that was just straight at the goalkeeper. I think what he was trying to do is play it under the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper made a very good save. What do you mean, Clive? I'm saying even Neil Warnock, who's a bit of a character, as Square Ball would categorize him. Look, I think that Portsmouth are a very decent side. Look, yeah, they're low down in the Championship, but the system is good. They've limited us in our ability to play out from the back. They've stopped us being able to play the game that we would usually like to be able to play, and they've had a couple of chances of their own. So you've got to give them their credit, but also Leeds haven't been good enough with our passes, haven't been accurate enough, haven't created enough chances. And I think maybe at the 60th, 65th minute, that's when you bring on Rothwell and have him change the game and turn up the tempo in terms of our ability to attack and our attacking threat. And then I think there's a potential for people like Ramazani and people like that to come on, because they could potentially bring the ball forward a little bit better than what we've currently got on the pitch. So I think substitutes are going to be the thing to change this game. And they've closed us down well as well, keep pressing down on us, like Wayne says. So, look, it's important that we make sure that we definitely change something in this second half. It's a little bit like the West Brom game where they stopped us playing through the lines by marking certain areas to stop that happening. But I think that it's interesting to see how Daniel Farker will combat this and how he will change it, because I think at the moment we aren't doing enough to create chances. So I'm hoping that we make some changes. Oh, England Watchalongs is now 52%. Yeah, it's usually a holding midfielder, isn't he? Marlon Pack, Clive. So he has done quite well playing there. Yeah, it probably levels out, to be honest, Stephen, but still. Yeah, well, that's an option as well, Clive. And not necessarily two up front, but moving Peru into the 10 and putting Joseph up front maybe allows Peru to play as a kind of second striker coming from deep from that midfield position to join the front line. And that's where he scored his goal from distance against Sheffield United when he was playing there. So potentially. Yeah, they are good on set pieces as well, Wayne, to be fair. I think they've scored 8 goals from set pieces this season, which is the joint second highest out of anyone. We've had 14 goals since our last direct corner goal, which is not too bad. Not too bad this time. We haven't made neither team's made any substitutions yet or anything. So, oh, the timer's still going on. My allergies. Timer. Stop. Period. Second half. No. Hold on, I'll have to change this manually. Reset. And now if I press period, it should go to 45 minutes. There we go. Then I should be able to start that when it starts. Yeah, just as I did that, I've now seen that comment. It's a little bit frustrating, this game, this type of game as well. So I'm hoping that Leeds... I'm hoping that Leeds are able to come back into it in the second half. And the positive thing is that it's still 0-0. Yeah, well, Dan James is meant to come central anyway sometimes. Not all the time, but he's meant to tuck inside and come a bit more central at times. So, oh, it's time to send us your meter readings. I must remember to do that later. We might be back on now. Oh, now some cricket that I'm being shown. Actually, I'd rather see Leeds beat Portsmouth if that's an option. Yeah, I think that's probably something that's going to happen, Si. Not straight away, but I think he is going to bring on Rothwell. And like I said at the start, I think that's probably why. He's not been brought on at the start of the game. That's probably why he didn't start, is because he has more impact off the bench changing a game than starting a game. I think that's why. Hi, Mr. P. Mr. P saying, good afternoon, peeps. Sorry, I just arrived at White Hart Lane for Spurs v Bournemouth. How the fuck was that not a penalty? Everyone saw that, even my grandmother, and she's been dead for 50 years. Well, that's a shame. 50 years. Sorry, that's done me, that last bit. White Hart Lane also doesn't exist anymore, does it? I thought it got... Has it been demolished, or is it still there? ...2017. Yes, fully demolished. So I assume you mean the new stadium. What is their new stadium called? Is it just called the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? What a crap name. What a really crap name that is. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's nice when stadiums have got an actual name, apart from when it's a sponsor name like Man City and Arsenal. Not sure, to be honest, Chewy, to be fair. It might be. Well, Portsmouth players are heading back out onto the pitch now. Won't be long before we're back up and running again here. Put a lot of crosses into the box this game so far, Josh Murphy. The whole system's fallen apart without Rodri, is what I think it is, Michael. Is that they're very, very reliant on Rodri. And he's been amazing for them, but when he's injured, you're kind of a bit screwed then, which is why they should have trained Calvin Phillips to be his deputy, but didn't work out. Thank you so much, Mr. P, for the super chat. Mr. P saying, smash the like, peeps. Here's a super chat towards the first Leeds goal. I think our boys need to show just a bit more composure all across the pitch. Yeah, a little bit of less panicking, a little bit of better passing in tight situations, and I think we'll be on for a winner here. Thanks, Mr. P. Really, really appreciate that. And like I said before, I shall put your name on the let me just get ready to start the second half. And then I shall sort that. Come on, ref. Blow the bloody whistle, son. Even though you're older than me. We are underway here. He's Melier with the ball. Rodon. Melier with the long ball forward. What's the capacity of Fratton Park? Obviously, they were a First Division and Premier League team for a while. What is the capacity of Fratton Park? Must be about 30,000. Oh, 21,000. That's not very big, is it? For some reason, I expected it to be bigger. Does that mean that when they were in the Premier League, they were a bit of a Bournemouth, bit of a Brentford? I thought Portsmouth were a fairly big club. Mr. P saying plus Peru needed to composure for that rebound. Yeah, I think he can. Yeah, I think what he tried to do was put it underneath the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper was ready for it. Oh, good ball into the box there from Portsmouth, and a block away by Tanaka. It's going to be a corner kick. From that kind of era, I just remember it being Harry Redknapp that was managing Portsmouth. There's players like Carnu and Cranchar, and ball comes into the box, punched away by Melier. Good defensive clearance there by Melier. Murphy crosses it into the box again. This time Melier catches. I'm liking what Melier is doing today. He's been very confident catching things and punching things. Now he releases Peru, who's trying to come forward with it. Pokes the ball through to Solomon, who's offside. Nah, he's offside there. I think that was a different generation, though, CB. I'm sure it was anyway. Yeah, Melier's having a really good game, isn't he? Coming out and claiming things and catching them. Well, Joe Wayman's got a throw in then here. Kurev clears that one up to the halfway line. Poole plays it all the way back to Schmid, the goalkeeper. Long ball forward from him. Bogle heads that one out for a throw-in. Pookie 2. Who was Pookie 2? Yeah, he could have held his run there, Solomon, and he would have been in. Pack going for another long throw in here. Really long throwing into the box. Ogilvy trying to get on the end of it, but now Ogilvy can try and clear it. Oh, Ogilvy with a great clearance. And now Dan James has got space down the right-hand side. Can he find his teammate? He can. Solomon's in the box here. Solomon's taking it around the goalkeeper. Tries to get it back to Piru, who skied it from point blank in an open goal. If anyone... Oh, I know what you mean now, Chewy. If you wanted that to fall to anyone, you wanted it to fall to Joel Piru. Really good pass there from Dan James. Could Solomon have taken the chance earlier and shot? Pulls it back to Piru, skies it over the bar. Really poor there. He's got to finish that. Yeah, should be 1-0. How frustrating. Well, we can forgive him a little bit given the goals he's scored this season. The commentators have just said he's got 15 goals from about 10 XG. Let's have it a bit brighter in here, eh? Shall we? I feel like I was a bit dark. Bamford would have done better. Oh, wait. Yeah, he's got to finish that. He's got to finish that. It's going to be a throw into Leeds here in the right back position. That's a real let off for Portsmouth, but that was one ball forward there from Bogle to Dan James, and Leeds were in behind. Ball played all the way back to Schmid here. Here's Rodon. Carries it forward here. Rodon's ball's poor. Cut out there, and now Josh Murphy comes forward. Murphy plays it down the right-hand side. Coming into the box, and good block there by Firpo. Another cross in by Ritchie. Headed away now by Rodon. Now Gruev heads it away. Dan James tries to flick it forward one more, but it goes back to Ogilvy here. Bogle wins it back. Bogle's ball manages to find its way to Piru, and now Aronson. Aronson tries to play it over the top. It's going to bounce all the way through to the goalkeeper here, Schmid. Josh Murphy with a great switch out to Matt Ritchie on the opposite side here. Here's Murphy. Back again here to Potts. Then Swanson out again to Murphy, who's taking up position on the right-hand side this time. Portsmouth with a little period of possession here as they play the ball back to Pack. Now Ogilvy out on the left-hand side. Trying to head it down the line here towards Murphy, but Aushish is the one who's taking it. Tries to play it back to him. It's blocked there by Rodon. Looks like there's going to be a sub here for Aushish is coming off for Terry Devlin. 24. Devlin. Oh, that's not in caps, but it needs to be. Devlin. So that is a substitution there from them. Here's Pack. Back across to Poole. And now Swanson. Swanson again. Potts. Now Pack again. Oh my God, he's Pack again. Now Gruev intercepts that, but it goes straight back to Pack. Potts into Bishop, who plays it all the way back to Pack, but Dan James is really, he's good Pack at holding onto the ball. He's strong, and Dan James couldn't take it off him there. It's a great switch there. John Musinho. I'm not sure who he's managed before, to be honest. Can't believe Peru missed that open now. I've just seen the replay of it again. Yeah, Rothwell, I think in the 60th or a bit later than that, maybe. So Devlin's on now. You've seen that for a bit, and now we can see Leeds team again. Tanaka fell and hurt himself there, so we might see Rothwell come on sooner. Looks like Aoshishe has gone off and he's got an ice pack on his ankle. I think he's on loan. Well, this is what West Brom did to us, isn't it? It's kind of made us break up the game, etc., etc. Cleared away there by Bogle. Ball still in play, though, here, and Piru can chase it down in the corner. Piru holding it up here. Piru does really well there to get the ball to Dan James. Yeah, Dan James wasn't aware there was a man behind him. He needs to scan there better. That's the difference between top players and championship players as well, is just the awareness of their surroundings, the ability to scan. That ball's from Devlin's gone all the way through to Melier. Here's Strauch. Oh, Tanaka's lost the ball then in a bad position. It's not like him to do that, Tanaka. Shot. He's going to go for a corner kick after it blocks off Strauch. Deflects off Strauch. Sorry, Tanaka's just lost the ball there, and it means that he's not in his right mind. That just doesn't happen with Tanaka. So I think it's probably Tanaka should be the one that comes off for Rothwell. I mean, he has had the answers so far this season. Like, we're in the position we're in, aren't we? Top of the table on 76 points after 35 games. So he's seen them off so far. Corner kick then here for Portsmouth. Corner comes in. Oh, Bishop heads it backwards there. He was free as well. I think if he'd have headed it forwards, it was a goal. Another cross comes into the box. Headed away towards the edge. Shot from distance comes in, goes wide, and it's a goal kick there to Leeds. Big chance of who are you going around Fratton Park right now. Ball down the wing here. Rodon gets a foot in, but Richie's still got the ball here. It's actually Devlin. Josh Murphy plays it across the box, and again, another let-off for Leeds. Oh, now Solomon's been done, and they cross the ball in again. Strauch heads it away. Played back to Pack here. Yeah, they're getting on top of us here, and if we can make a change and score, it will completely knock the wind out of them. Here's Marlon Pack. Ogilvy sends it long down the line again. It's going to go through to Bishop here. It's 1-0. It's 1-0. Christ. Wow. It's one long ball forward. It's really poor. Ogilvy just lumps another long ball down the line. And just no Leeds play. Melier hesitates. Melier hesitates. As a goalkeeper, you either go or you stay, and he did half, and that's why he conceded. You've got to, if you're going to commit, you've got to commit early. You've got to commit early to that. Come on. Make some subs, Daniel. Make some subs. Ramazani, Nonto, Joseph, Rothwell. Those need to happen. Rodon's been a rock this game, and he was completely done there, positioning and everything. And Melier just did not commit to it enough. The ball just keeps sticking to their feet now. Another cross into the box. Melier catches that one. Rolls it out there to Strauch. Strauch plays it to Firpo. Firpo charging forward now. Firpo just plays it straight to Marlon Pack. Like, Leeds just need to be great challenge there by Strauch. Come on. Oh, Firpo's just been done by Bishop, and now a block by Gruev has seen it go out for another corner kick. Got to give Portsmouth their credit. They've been really good. They've also done really well against all the other top teams, by the way, this season. But doesn't take away from the fact that Leeds should be a lot better, and we should be 2-0 up with Peru's chances. Or maybe 2-1 up now. Meslier punches that one away. No, we're not blaming. It's not about blaming one player or another. If you just blame one player or one other player for a loss or for losing in a game, then you're talking crap, really, because it's a combination of things. Peru should have finished his chances. Rodon should have been in a better position, and Meslier should have committed to that. It's not just on Meslier. No, there is some blame on Meslier because as a child, when you're a goalkeeper, when you're 7, 8 years old, you're told you either come out and try and win the ball or you stay back on your line. You don't do half because that's when you get caught out. And that's exactly what just happened. Here's Tanaka on the edge. Tanaka to Bogle. Bogle tries to get it back across. Keeps it in, though, after the block. Here's Bogle still. And we should have had a penalty. Let's not forget that. Now Gruev. Firpo. Firpo crosses into the box. Great into the goalkeeper's gloves. Yeah, I forgot about the penalty as well. Leeds have got Nonto, Joseph, and Rothwell all ready to come on now. Triple change for Leeds, it's looking like, but not quite yet. Here's Murphy. Trying to get into a crossing position again. He gives it back, though. And now Ogilvy trying to come forward. Oh, another cross that could have easily resulted in a goal. That's a handball as, whoever it was there from Portsmouth charged forward. Leeds are now making some substitutions. Yeah, Rothwell's coming on, so's Nonto and Joseph. But I'm just seeing the replay of the goal over and over again. It's not telling me who the subs are coming on for, which is very frustrating. So Solomon off for Ramazani. Portsmouth coming forward again here. Good save by Meslier, I think it was there. Joseph's come on as well. Portsmouth trying to cross it in again. It's going to be another corner here to Portsmouth. They're all over us. It's a great strike, isn't it? But a really good save by Meslier. Joe Rothwell came on for Tanaka as well. Hold on a sec. Did that just reset what I just did? Oh, how annoying. Corner comes in. That's really annoyed me, that, because I just changed them all and now it's just changed them back again. Yeah, poor header in the end by Portsmouth. Clearance there by Meslier. Portsmouth still coming forward here over and over again. Leeds just aren't able to get out. There we are. That's the lineup correct now. I hope not LUFC 19-20-20. Come on, Leeds. 20 minutes to go here, plus whatever's added on. We've made some changes. Let's see what they can do. Here's Joe Rothwell, one of those very changes. Strauch now. Gruev. Rodon. Good ball from Rodon down the line here to Dan James. Up against Josh Murphy. Looking like he's going to cross it. Played back to Gruev now. Gruev with a little ball over the top towards Ramazani, but it's headed away there. Actually, it was towards Firpo. Ramazani was the one on the cover. Good point, Justin. Just get us to 100 likes and we'll score. What are we on now? 70 likes. Or 74 likes. He doesn't look like they're sitting in too much, though, to be fair. Portsmouth. It looks like he's still trying to come forward. Here's Firpo. Firpo tackled there, but nothing given. Here's Rodon. Now Strauch. Period as well there. Wins the ball back. Now into Bogle. Bogle trying to go down the line here. Bogle fouled there. Referee doesn't give anything. That's a surprise, isn't it? Long goal kick then from Schmid. Headed away by Rodon. Then headed into touch by the Portsmouth left back there. Mateo Joseph tries to get the ball down the line, but there's just nobody there for it. Playing a bit of head tennis at the moment. Bogle tries to clear that one forward. It's only gone as far as Poole, I think it is there, who clears it again. And now the ball's up in the air, being headed again. Rodon heads it back to Meslier. So I don't think we should have started with Rothwell. I think Rothwell's better at changing a game than he is starting a game. Bogle can't control that one. Substitution for Portsmouth here. Richie's coming off. And Bramall is coming on. Come on, Richie, get off the pitch. So Bramall is now on as well for Richie. Apparently a modern day fullback. Bogle's going to try and let that one go out. It's going to be a throw-in in the end rather than a goal kick. Good defending by Leeds there. Now Firpo plays the ball down the line here. Ramazani back inside here to Firpo, who picks it up again. Firpo out wide to Ramazani here. Towards Firpo. It's still going here. Firpo in the box. Firpo! Oh! Goalkeeper saves it again. Oh, Firpo, how unlucky. Firpo ran the length of the pitch there, basically, with little 1-2s with Ramazani, and it ended up through on goal. Oh, good save by the goalkeeper. Here's Ramazani. Tries to cross it in. Good cross. Header off the bar. Second header. Oh, just wide by Dan James. Oh, my God. How is it possible? Ramazani whips it into the box. Oh, it's Firpo again. Firpo heads it off the crossbar. Dan James comes for the second header and just puts it wide. Great cross in by Ramazani. Ramazani's done more in the time that he's been on. And some of our other players have done in their entire rest of the game. I tend to think that it doesn't mean that it's not our day. It means that there's more of them to come and one of them will go in. Here's Murphy at the back post. On the edge of the box. Goes to shoot. Oh, thought that was going in the top corner then, but it isn't. It's going to be a Leeds goal kick. I told you he'll shoot from distance. Oh, he hits the post. He actually hits the post there, Murphy. Another couple of changes for Leeds here, by the way. It's like Bogle's coming off for Byram. Gruev's coming off as well for Nonto. This might be one of those games where we concede again by going this attack in. Going to be a throw into Leeds now. Yeah, I imagine Byron might slot into the centre half, like Chewy says there. The thing is, if you watch my match reaction from that West Brom game, they set the blueprint. They set the blueprint for the way to stop Leeds. Not the way to beat them, but the way to stop them playing through the lines. Piru does really well there to get the ball back to Joseph. Joseph tries to play it down the line. It's a really poor pass. Strouk messes up there and gets Portsmouth a corner. No need. No need, Strauky boy. Ball comes into the box. Is Dan James on the run? Dan James plays a long ball forward here towards Ramazani, but the goalkeeper's there to head it away. Byram comes and wins it, though. Now Joseph. Across to Firpo. Out wide now to Piru, who's taken up position on the left-hand side. Piru tries to play it to Ramazani. Ramazani just doesn't take the touch. This is very disappointing, isn't it? Look at the attack momentum graph. They've been all over us for a lot of this game. I think any other team's done this to us. Bishop out wide to Bramall. Trying to get the ball into the box, headed away by Strouk, and then headed away by Byram. Headed back in by Ogilvie. Byram bullied off the ball there by Bramall. Headed away by Firpo, and now Rothwell. Piru feels he was probably fouled there by Swanson. Oh, they're shouting Blue Army, not Who Are You? Bishop fouls Strouk there, just pulls him down to the ground, and it's a free kick to Leeds. 7.5 minutes plus whatever's added on. I think we've made all 5 subs now, haven't we? Here's Firpo. Rothwell now. Byram. Rodon. Strouk. Great ball from Strouk into Firpo, and now Joseph on the edge. Joseph still going, and Joseph gets tackled. Leeds can win the ball back here, though. Here's Strouk. Oh, how is that a foul to them, you joker? That referee, oh my God. I mean, look, even if we do equalise, it's still a point out of a game against a team who are kind of just on the brink of escaping relegation. It's not good enough to win a division. I mean, look though, how many We should have had a penalty. We should have scored at least 2 or 3 goals by now, given the chances that we've had. The thing is, what's the point of beating Sheffield United and Sunderland if you're then going to lose to Portsmouth and draw with West Brom? Byron fouled that. Yeah, this is very frustrating, isn't it? Nonto. Back to Strauch. Now Nonto again. Nonto with a long ball forward. It's actually a really good ball into Ramazani, who tries to control it, but can't. I don't know what he was trying to do. Now Strauch. Rothwell. Across to Byram. Now Dan James. Good ball into the box by Dan James. What's Joseph doing? What's Joseph doing there? I think Swanson was the one who headed it away for a corner. And Leeds get a goal kick given against them. Of course it was a corner kick, and the referee gives a goal kick. It's going to be a throw in on the halfway line to Portsmouth here. Isaac Hayden about to come on for Portsmouth. Here's Bramall. Puts the ball into the box. Kept in, though. Now Meslier can catch that one. If we can get a draw in this game, chalk it off as a bad day and move on, then look, it's not the end of the world, but losing is just... Oh, Joseph's just giving away a free kick. Potts is now sat on the ground, milking the challenge that was made against him. Apparently, we might have 5 additional minutes on this game. Cross comes into the box from Portsmouth, headed straight at Meslier. Ramazani coming forward here, tackled but fouled. And it's going to be a free kick to Leeds. Here's Rodon. Now Rothwell. It's going to be a Leeds throw in. Isaac Hayden then coming on for Portsmouth. He's fallen quite away, hasn't he? Oh, 2 subs. I'm not making their subs. We can get lost. Aronson's... Aronson's got 8 goals and 2 assists this season. So I don't... No, what do you mean Joseph's as bad as Aronson? Five added minutes. Foul on Junior Firpo there. And the Potts needs to get away from the ball. He's holding on to it like a little knobhead. Getting annoyed now. For some reason, they just wouldn't give the ball back to Leeds to take the free kick. Rothwell to take this free kick then. Can it be like the Sunderland one where Strouk just gets on the end of it and puts it in? I mean, lightning doesn't Strouk twice, does it? Yeah, Piru has had 2 glorious chances in this game. We've also had a penalty shout as well. Oh my God, Rothwell doesn't beat the first man with his delivery. That's so crap. Embarrassingly bad. And now Nonto's being forced to go back to his own goalkeeper from our free kick. And ball there from the Portsmouth player. Free kick. Oh, he's just booted the ball away. That's a yellow card. And he gets one. Listen, the ref's been shocking. Leeds have been shocking. But we still should have won this game by a couple of goals with the chances that we've had. The open net, the crossbar hit, the saves that the goalkeeper's made. This time, Rothwell needs to put the ball into the box, which he actually can because there's no wall. Ball towards the back post. Kept in. No, it was a push, apparently. Wow. It wasn't offside. It was a push, apparently. You say that, Pierre, but we've hit the bar. We've had a penalty denied. We've had an open goal that we missed, etc. I could go on. Byron, man. Leave the football before it leaves you. Melier with a long ball forward. Headed away by Hayden. Flicked on again by the Portsmouth striker who's just come on. Byron's just played it all the way back to Melier. Melier sends it long. Melier, another chance to put it forward again now, but yeah, but no, I still thought we'd have enough to get the job done. Rodon heads it forward. Firpo wins the header. Oh, cleared away by Olgivi there. Strauch, now Firpo. There's like 20 seconds left here. It's just going to be a long throw in. Up in the air. Teo Joseph. Corner kick to Leeds. Melier should come up for this. Yeah, Melier is in the box for this one. Well, we all know it's not going to happen, but I mean, for some people, the game's already over. But for me, I can still see what's going on here, and I just don't think we're going to score. They've got a lot of big players back. They've brought on extra defenders and everything. Ball comes into the box. Flicked on! Goalkeeper makes a really good save. Goalkeeper makes a really good save. Byram who gets on the header. Oh, God. Well, I think that was our last chance. We've got another corner here, but corner comes in, headed, cleared, not cleared enough, and then Strauch just hoofs it in the air. Absolute shite. I need to turn his commentary off now because, like, come on. The way they over-egg it on Sky. Leeds United, the invincible, beaten! Shut up. Refereeing, woeful. Leeds performance, woeful. Wow. I'm going to do a match reaction now if I have to. Yeah. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, all that stuff. And yeah, look. Oh, well. Thanks, everyone, for joining me. Oh, how annoying. I need to get back to that overlay to be able to get rid of it. Yeah, why do we have to play after everybody else? We're so bad when we play after everybody. If we played before, we probably would have won that game. But for some reason, we just really, really struggle in that situation. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. Appreciate it. And yeah, unfortunately, we've lost our... I mean, look, let's take some context here. We haven't lost a game of football since November. We haven't lost a game of football since November. So, look, we move on. We move on to the next one, and hopefully we go ahead and win that one. Thanks for watching, and just chill out on the negativity, okay? Just some people acting like it's the worst thing that's ever happened in the world, and we haven't lost a game of football since November. So it doesn't mean that we're not going to get promoted. Doesn't mean any of that. Just chill, and that's what I'll leave you with. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. Catch the match reaction where I get angry, but very calmly. And yeah, I shall see you in a bit.